serving them drinks, but I'm white.
You're disturbing the cabin. That's number one.
No, I'm not.
So we're asking you kindly, if you don't mind, just to take your seat.
I will.
We will not be serving you any alcohol.
You never served me any alcohol, but you served the black people.
We will not be serving you any.
And that's fine.
Okay.
And you never served me anyone. But you're discriminating against me because I'm white.
Again, I'm going to ask you just to take your seat.
I am going to sit.
Okay.
But you're discriminating against me because I'm white. I'm white, and you don't like white people. Black life matters, white life matters. Where it's all peace and love. White life matters, black life matters. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Okay, there you saw it. This Karen on a flight upset that black people, her view, were served before her. I don't want to make any excuse for the behavior, but I feel like somebody was served. Okay, perhaps a lot could have been at the terminal or when the flight first took off and they reached that altitude where they go ding, and you know the carts are coming out and they're going to be serving people. Eventually, this big mouth Karen on a, we believe, jet blue flight, security got involved. Watch.
Everybody clap.
Right.
Look at that. You get escorted by a black person. All that you talking. Yeah. White power.
Well, it's fitting. Karen was less loud on the way out, escorted by, looked like brother. Okay. Mayor, I don't have any military training, and I only know what mostly I see in the movies, but I do watch a lot of documentaries. I watch air disasters too. You ever watch that? It's fascinating, riveting, scary stuff. But here's where I wish, and I don't know if it can be done safely. There is that eject button. You just put her, strap her up with the, this is it. Mayor fighter pilots do it. And then when we're done with this nonsense, okay, and it's at your own risk. You didn't have to spew this nonsense for the rest of the people on the flight to hear. Eject. And then we'll radio ahead. We'll let people know where Karen dropped down. And then I hope it's a safe landing. And then they'll scoop her up and appropriate charges, whatever jurisdiction it is. And frankly, if it's a more favorable jurisdiction, Mayor, one that we can ensure she'll be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, then we'll wait. And once the flight moves over that jurisdiction, eject. That's my fantasy. How do you deal with these big mouths who make no sense, Mayor? And I want to resist the urge to say alcohol's involved here because this is just a big mouth Karen.
Yeah, and I mean, my grandmother used to say, and not just her, a lot of older people that I grew up listening to, a drunk mouth is a sober mind. So you get drunk enough to say what you really feel. So I think this idea, I mean, and to back up my grandmother and all of her wisdom, there were studies in 2017 when Trump was fresh president, that 55% of white Americans believe that white Americans are discriminated against. And her behavior shows just that. I think here's the tacky part of this woman's behavior. Yes, you're being discriminated against, but it's not because of your race. It's because you're already drunk. So we're discriminated against drunk people on planes because drunk people on planes can kill people. You disturb the order that's necessary to keep that iron bird in the sky. And we don't need a person like you who is too drunk to recognize that, hey, I want more alcohol, even though I'm sloppy right now. I'm very sloppy and at risk of never being able to fly again, which is, I'm certain, is the case after this video and after she was escorted off. Here's the irony, though. I think the problem with your wonderful solution of, a parachuted eject button is it gives her an easy pass. So she's not forced to walk down that long hall of shame as she's walked off that plane by a Black body. She's not forced to sit there in the dumbness that's in this environment that she created by being so drunk and wanting more drunk. Like she was searching for more drunk, and these people wouldn't see it. And it's rightfully so. This is why these people are trained to recognize when there's going to be a problem, and she showed exactly what happens when one person has one too many drinks. I remember those days on planes where people were allowed to smoke and also drink in all carts and all the time as much as they wanted to, and it was a completely different experience. So I'm not nostalgic about the day where people had as much alcohol or smoke as they want on planes. And this woman, this Karen, is exactly why.
Yeah, she is. And okay, Mayor, the eject fantasy will never come to fruition, right? It's not practical. I wouldn't mind if, and I'm not advocating for violence, but was it Airplane or Soul Plane where they lined up and they had a go at her, okay, and snap out of it? Leslie Nielsen, right? Soul Plane, I know they said we're ready to roll, okay, however it went. Something where we collectively put a Karen in her place and then go back to fellowship with one another. Maybe you're going on a romantic getaway. But Leslie Nielsen, Soul Plane, something like that seems in order. We're going to let her have that. They escort her right off the plane.